Hello everybody, my name is Merc. We're back in the Volcano Manor. Post Shadow of the Erdtree, we are going to go back to this Praetor Rykard fight using this gimmick weapon that we found. Not too pleased with the fact that it's a gimmick fight, but whatever. It is what it is, I suppose. I guess we'll use our goods. Not that it's going to help too much. And then we fight this guy. Can I jump attack with these? You can. It once again made my jump attack miss, but you can jump attack. Oh, I got grabbed. I got grabbed. Oh, you just threw me in the poison, did ya? It's not nice. Doesn't seem like our jump trinket is actually doing that much for us, so maybe we should switch up our trinkets if we fail this again. Actually, that time it did some significant damage. Okay, I cannot dodge that 3 head stomp attack. Is it a head stomp if you're... I mean, is it a stomp if you're using your head to do it? Okay, I immediately take back what I said prior. It does seem like our jump attacks is doing some decent damage. Looks like we stunned it out of that animation it was just doing. That's good. Oh, we missed with the second attack there. I jumped into the third attack. Okay, get up, dude. Chug up. We got 10 flasks for the actual boss fight. Now we do the laggy cutscene. I just want to see if the cutscene's gonna lag again. If that was like a shader loading thing, or if it was just like embedded in the cutscene. It's a little weird. Yeah, no, that's just part of the cutscene. I'm gonna check out someone else's playthrough on YouTube maybe, just to see for sure. It does seem like jumping R2s is what we want to be doing. I'm too busy worrying about the dang random explosions. Oh my god. I knew I was dead. I knew I was dead. Oh, shut up. That sucked. That felt bad, man. I don't like when there's just random BS go, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it feels like on some of these fights. I don't have enough random BS to follow up. I mean, I do and I don't. I could be pulling out some spirits, you know, or other gimmicks. Sure. Not the best start to the fight, but I'm getting some damage in. I hate that grab. What else is new? Hating a grab in a Souls game? Couldn't be me. Okay, get up, man. Get up, man. What? I refute. I refuse that just happened. That was some BS. I thought he was about to do it again. I would have been peeved. Got our souls back. We don't even need them. Oh my god, camera, why'd you do this to me? Okay, I wasn't sure if that would kill or not. Once again, we're at 10 flasks. I don't want to see this. Doesn't seem like we do that much more damage two-handing or not, but we might as well keep two-handing. It's like 300 extra damage. I'm not even like locking in. I just got quiet because, dare I say it, this is a bad boss fight. He's not dead. He's not dead. Rykard's Great Rune, Remembrance of the Blasphemous. I say you, he did. Okay, well, that wasn't the most interesting of fights we've had. We use this weapon. We haven't used this one in a while. I forgot we do have a fire weapon we could have used on not this area, but other places. Surcoat. Random. Brown surcoat draped over chainmail, the insignia emblazed on the front marks out the wearer as the eyes and ears of Sir Gideon the All-Knowing. Remembrance of Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy. Rykard took the form of a giant serpent that he might devour, grow, and live eternally. I understand the road of blasphemy is long and perilous. One cannot walk it unprepared to sin. One cannot walk it unprepared to sin. And then we have the Divine Tower of West Altus, which stands upon the precipice at the coast southwest of Lanedale. I think we've already actually been over there, which makes sense. So it seems that Rykard took the form of a giant serpent that he might devour, grow, and live eternally. So I had the idea that perhaps he got swallowed by the serpent unintentionally, but I would say it's the opposite. In fact, he almost certainly did it on purpose. Doesn't seem like there's much else going on over here. Yeah, not a big fan of that fight. Just gimmick fights with weapons, it just, you know, it's not that interesting. I wonder if I upgraded that weapon if it would be easier to take him out. Not that that was a particularly hard fight. Let's go back and talk to Tanith, among other people. And then we'll go to Round Table, I think. Do you have anything to say? The fact that I just killed your lord?
It's true then. You've defeated our lord.
It's true, yeah.
No. I must thank you. Our lord was yet weak. You have taught us that defeat is not the end. Our lord is immortal and will one day rise again. Stronger.
If you say so.
Until then, I must stay the path and do my part. I will leave the Volcano Manor before long.
Where are you going?
I suggest you do the same.
I mean, I was going to.
I will miss these encounters,
Aw.
The champion who walks the tainted path shines all the more. I always was an admirer.
That's cute.
This is farewell. Perhaps we will meet again along the path. This is farewell.
Okay.
Perhaps we...
See ya. Go talk to some peeps. We got to the other side of that door, so we don't need to open it. Guess we'll talk to Bernal.
So, you killed Rykard. I harbor you no ill will. The strong take. Such is our code. Even he was prepared to meet a wretched end when he first took blasphemy unto his very flesh. But any road, the Volcano Manor is no more. Though we may yet fulfill an old promise. We hunted our own kind, and took what was theirs. And with everything in hand, the time has come to rise against the Erdtree. O greater will, hear my voice. I am the recusant Bernal, inheritor of my brother's will, and you will fall to my blade.
You don't even use a blade.
To become your pawns. Consider this fair warning.
Man, you're using a mace. You ain't using a blade.
Oh, great! I am the
Okay, I wonder who his brother is. Inheritor of his brother's will. Let's go talk to this lady. We just killed her dad. Okay, she's gone. She's gone, because she was also found in this room, but she wasn't in this room. There's also that item here that where the ghost was, who told us about the weapon. Thanks. It's cute. The ghost dissipated, having done his duty and helped us taking out Praetor Rykard. So she's just not here at all now. Well, maybe we'll see her in time, like Tanith and Bernal. Perhaps they move on to other locations. What about Patches? What about Patches, the old deer?
Now you've gone and killed Rykard.
Oh, you knew about it too?
You scheming little bastard.
What'd you call me?
Lives. You make this nonsense seem, well, less nonsensical. Perhaps a tarnished will be Elden Lord after all. But for now, this manor is finished. The demigod beast is slain, and Tanith has lost her head.
I mean, she's right there.
Fine mess. But how else could it end? When Daddy Ambition's head over heels courting Lady Blasphemy. Well, here I am, untethered, once again. Goodbye, my friend. What is it? Oh, come to make a parting donation to Patch's Emporium?
Nothing new. Kind of expected that. Okay, so I guess we're done here. Oh my gosh, I'm so sneezy today. I guess the allergies are kicking in a little bit. Thankfully, I'm not like stuffy. I'm just a bit sneezy. Let's check up upstairs before we go. I have to imagine there's nothing up here. We already checked it out earlier, but we're just gonna give it another glance again. We've done it. What's with all these messages? Sure. Okay, so I think that means we're done with this Volcano Manor. Before we go back to Round Table, let's check out this Divine Tower of West Altus. And activate Praetor Rykard's rune. Hopefully this is just a simple tower. Just go up the elevator as opposed to some of the other ones we've encountered. Oh. Oops. My bad. I saw the black, whatever that black mist was. See it like seeping from above. Black mist and white mist. So the white mist does seem like it's like spirit essence. And I forgot how tall these towers are. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna hit this button and then we're gonna go and sit down. Because I feel like that's gonna make the elevator go a little quicker. I don't know if that's actually the case. But it might be. It's better than waiting. Okay, yeah, it did work like that. I don't remember how we got here. I guess it was through like Langdell. I really don't remember how we got down here. I'm curious enough that I kind of want to explore it after we get this rune and before we go to Round Table. Definitely need to go to Round Table. We have a number of remembrances now, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things to talk about. It seems like Sir Gideon was maybe in on Praetor Rykard's plan, which isn't too surprising. He doesn't seem like the most upstanding of fellows as much as he makes himself seem to be. Where are we looking out? That's onto Langdell. Oh no, it's not. We're looking south. So this is... Oh, that's Limgrave. You can see this is like the start of the game right there, right in front of us. Okay. Alright, another corpse of 2 fingers here. That's Langdell. Man, Langdell's taller than the Divine Tower? Doesn't seem right. Oh, it's like the opposite of Miquella's rune. Rykard's Great Rune. Great Rune of Shardbearer Rykard. Its blessing restores HP upon defeating enemies. Rykard was amongst the children of Rennala and Radagon. Okay. So the R-named demigods are from Rennala and Radagon, not Radagon and Marika. So maybe the M-named people are from Radagon and Marika, and then the G-named people are from Godfrey and Marika, who became demigod stepchildren after Radagon's union with Queen Marika. But Rykard fed himself to the blasphemous serpent, great rune and all. I was right that he did do it voluntarily. That's such a low model of detail at this Elden Throne area. Let's just teleport back down here. I'm not necessarily glad that these other great runes aren't that important, but I am sort of glad that we're using Radagon's great rune, and it seems like that one's just pretty good overall. A way to look at what our great runes are. Yeah, okay. Oh, we're not using Radagon's, we're using Morgott's now. Oh, okay, the sealed tunnel. Okay, okay, that makes sense, I guess. And they sealed it off because they assumed no one would be returning to the Divine Tower, Rykard's Tower, because he abandoned the Greater Will. I want to just check out the Elden Throne real quick, just because we saw it from the distance. We can't go in until we burn the tree, is what it was, right? I just want to get a glimpse of what the Divine Tower looks like from over here. Can't even really see it. Maybe if we got to the other side of, well, maybe not. Just too foggy. I'm kind of surprised that no matter what path you take, it seems like the neutral path, you still have to burn the Erdtree. Is the only way to get through these brambles. Even the walls look like they're made out of wood here. Penetrable thorns refuse all. Okay. So we still didn't really do much with Selen's quest. Before we go to Roundtable, let's actually go to this other sorceress Selen here at the Witchbane Ruins, because I still don't understand what's going on with that. Why there's two sorceress Selens. She doesn't even allude to it. She has not referenced it in the slightest. Right about these headless soldiers. He's just gonna refer to the mausoleum, I have to imagine. Yeah. Oh no, he's actually referring to the tower in the distance where you can teleport to Lanedell. She's not gonna have anything. I don't understand what this is. And all these messages, okay, I was gonna say are loot messages as opposed to anything significant. All right, time to go do a lap. I guess we'll finish by talking to the two fingers. Yeah, nothing new, right? It seems like this man doesn't have that much new information at all, period. This is where our friend was, whose name starts with R. I can't remember his name. Let's go talk to Sir Gideon. See what he has to say for himself.
You. What is it?
Find the Albinoric.
Okay, she already told us.
There are 4 more Damicola of the Halig tree. The unalloyed. His twin, Melania. The undefeated swordswoman. Luna Princess Rani, daughter to Renala. And the one only known as the Lord of Blood. Rani is said to have cast aside her great rune. So here at the Hold, we seek the whereabouts of the remaining 3 shard.
I mean, I already killed the Lord of Blood.
If you learn anything of it, I'll trade your findings for a hidden treasure. We both desire as such.
My man. You don't even mention Rykard's Great Rune, so he is in on it, like unquestionably. Yeah, I don't like this guy. This guy is clearly up to no good. Let's go hand in our bell bearings, I suppose. I don't think there's going to be any purpose to coming back to this room ever again, now that we've killed the Dung Eater. Part of me wants to do a playthrough where I don't kill the Dung Eater, but also his name is Dung Eater. Like, he doesn't deserve to live. You know what I mean? We'll hand in all of our bell bearings. Now we have some gravity stones. Oh, we can buy up to +6s now. I didn't quite realize that. But only +4 on the Sombers. Apologies. I guess I lied. My nose is getting a bit stuffy. Just go through Roger. That's his. Oh my god, I'm just struggling through these menus. So this was Celavis's servant. And then more. Poor Sir Moore. I failed his quest right quick. I failed his quick right quest. This lady's doing nothing for us.
I can hear it.
She still talks about the Dung Eater. I don't understand what's going on. It seems like some of these people are perpetually frozen in what they have to say, and I'm not a big fan of it.
I am pleased. Would you like the blessing? Would you like?
Yeah, sure, why not? It's been a while. I could use a companion in death.
You are so very warm.
Oh.
My dear, have you ever heard of Black Knife Prince? Dear Roger likes to talk of them when abed, and the ancient plot in which the first of the demigods.
We do know that
slain,
Roger was interested in this.
knives wielded by the assassins who committed the act, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of the conspiracy.
It's part of Ronnie's quest line.
Affairs are hardly my forte, but dear Roger began to weep as he spoke.
Aw. We did give the black knife thing to Ronnie for her quest.
In truth, I've heard tell from someone else about the Black Knife Prince that fascinate dear Roger.
I didn't think she would have lore. Knife print clue. The heck?
But it wouldn't be right to give this to him, stuck as he is in the round table hole.
Oh, she doesn't know he's already dead.
You could make use of it.
So, you found a simple map. Yep. I wonder if we do this quest, if we could have saved Roger. She has something else to say, so we might as well do this again.
Now,
We've not used her blessing, and I don't really intend to anytime soon, so... Kind of a long animation, but whatever.
so,
May I ask a favor?
dear, might I ask something of you? Could you please find the owner of this dagger and return it to them?
The weathered dagger.
A certain person gave it to me as a gift. It's a very precious thing. It must have a special place in the owner's heart.
Oh, I'll be putting it
So
into a
I'd
heart.
like for the original owner to have it back, if you wouldn't mind. I'd like you to find the owner. It's a very precious thing.
She keeps saying a...
Good day to you, my dear.
Aw. Why can't I find someone like her? That's cute. And it confirms that Rogier and at least one other person visits her. I can't believe she said have a good day. You know you're emotionally torn when hearing that from an NPC gets you in the heartstrings, you know. Dagger received from Fia. She wishes it for it to be returned to its rightful owner. It was once a special weapon with gold and silver intertwined. It's now worn down and marred by a black ash. I wonder if that's just supposed to go to D. So we'll go talk to him after this. Simple map. Clue to the whereabouts of a black knife print. Oh, actually I do know where this is. It's right here. The Black Knife Catacombs. So we've already been down there. So I wonder if we could have prevented Roger's death by going there. What was in this room in the actual round table? Kind of want to go explore it again just because I didn't quite internalize what that room was. How you doing?
Sash. It reminds me.
Okay, you're still a little emotional. That's fair. How you doing?
I took you for no matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
Probably should sort through all of our weapons because we're not using most of them per usual. I mean, we don't even need to upgrade this torch at all because, like, it's really not doing much for us. We are using the seal a little bit. It does increase our incantation scaling, so we might as well upgrade this first. 23 on our seal. It's pretty good. Let's go talk to D.
Did you need something else?
Yeah, I knew it. It said gold and silver. This man is equipped with gold and silver.
Well, what have we here? How did you get your hands on that dagger? Well, that hardly matters. I know very well whose dagger it is.
Oh.
Why don't I return it to them for you? Good work bringing this to me.
Okay. I wonder if that was like a bad ending to that quest, if I could have found him on my own.
Did you need something else?
Right, I guess we'll go talk to the Finger Maidens. It does seem like this, the two fingers are still trying to, learn something from the greater will. Any more equipment we can buy? It appears no. Okay, so the Remembrance of the Natural Born, we can get an intellect weapon here that does magic damage. Bastard Stars, flail which deals magic damage, having been imbued with power by the Remembrance of Astel. Formed by the same many-color star debris that comprise the form of the Natural Born of the Void. Or we can get Waves of Darkness. Plunge armament into the ground to release 3 waves of darkness. Follow up with a strong attack to swing the armament in a sweeping strike. Usable on colossal weapons. So this actually might be something we want to use, because we're probably not going to use this mace. We can't even. We need more dex and int. So we'll get that Art of War for now. And then we got the Blasphemous Blade, which I've heard this weapon's pretty good, apparently. It does fire damage. It's a great sword. We can use it. Sacred Sword of Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy. Remains of the countless heroes he has devoured writhe upon the surface of this blade. Now they share the same blood, bound together as families. Some HP is restored upon defeating an enemy. It's got Taker's Flames. Raise the Sacred Sword aloft to set it ablaze with blasphemous flames and bring it down to fire off a forward blast. The flames steal HP. We got Rykard's Rancor. Terrible power of Rykard summons searing spirits that leave a trail of delayed explosions in their wake. These spirits manifest from the rancor of heroes who met a violent end. The Lord granted them an audience, whereupon they were welcomed by the maw of a great serpent, and within the serpent's bowels they became the Lord's kin. We need 40 intellect to use that, so that's not happening. Might as well get the blade there.
You must find a smoldering but special kindling for the flame to burn the Erdtree. A sacrifice is needed of one who envisions the flame.
Does that mean we have to
and can lead you to the rune of death.
So my first assumption there was the person who initially led us to the flame was Melina, and she's no longer talking to us. We're no longer on speaking terms, unfortunately. It seems like the fingers are actually burned as well as me. I wonder, let's strip for the moment. It doesn't appear exactly like our burning, but it sort of looks like it. And also, like, there's holes coming out the side here. Like, I'm trying to reinforce the theory that the three fingers and the 2 fingers used to be of one hand. And I don't know if that's crazy or what. Now we gotta find all of our equipment again. Apologies. Was this armor? these hands, and we were using Igon's soiled trousers. The scrap of cloth smells utterly foul. I went to the DLC and all I got were some new pants. That's not true. Obviously, I got a new hat, got a new weapon I'm using right now.
Did you need something?
I wonder, I want him to lead. Let's teleport back here. Let's reload this area. I wonder if he's gonna say something else. Oh, he's just gone. Okay. Well, that's an advancement at the very least. I can't believe Gideon has nothing to say about the fact that we killed Rykard. And he literally doesn't even acknowledge Rykard. But he does know about the secret medallions and tells us to go to...
There are 4 more. Mikola of his twin, Luna Prince and
He mentions Ronnie and he's like, oh, but she cast away your great rune, so don't worry about her. But then he also mentions the Lord of Blood, and it's like, dude, we killed the Lord of Blood. This door's open now. Is that Fia? It is. This is the first time we've seen her moved from the bed. Okay, we're getting some lore developments. That's good. Let's see what she has to say to us. She has to say for herself. This is the door out. So he looks like he's been death blighted. These belt bearing, twin helm and armor. You have nothing. You have nothing to say. Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Finally, it is returned.
I had a feeling she was gonna just put it in someone's heart.
Brand of the exalted noble, and now I must bid you goodbye as well. Though I ask you deliver this message to the Round Table Hold.
What?
I am Fia.
Yeah.
Deathbed companion.
Yep.
Hark Round Table. Disturb not the death of Godwyn, the exalted. We who humbly live in death, live in waiting. To one day, welcome our Lord. What right does anyone have to object?
Can't tell if she's a spirit or not.
Will rise, the Lord of the many and the meek.
Well, she just evaporated. I'm sorry that you had to go down like that, dude. So what if I already did that thing that you said I shouldn't have done? You know? What if, have you considered that? The game just crashed. What the heck? Apologies for the sudden game's dead lull transition screen here. That's a new one. Okay, so perhaps I'm assuming it saved right as she teleported away. That's very funny. She warned us. She's like, do not disturb the deathbed or the grave of Godwyn. I really hope that everything's gonna be normal when I boot this up. Yeah, I saw that the game ended abruptly. You don't have to tell me. Crossing my fingers and my toes. Okay, so the body's gone now. Who would I even like? She's like, tell Round Table Hold, lady, there's no one left. I can't believe she had a quest line. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I don't know what she was doing here otherwise besides holding on to Tarnished. But like everyone else here is dead. They're dead. Even the fingers don't want to respond to us. And this guy's a jerk. And he has nothing to say. Okay, so what we're gonna do... There's still so much we haven't explored. The underground, potentially. What is this? Oh, that's the mountaintop. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go across the routes to this bonfire. It seems that they did not expect you to just teleport to the Prince of Death throne room or whatever. We're back here in this desecrated area. I don't even like looking at this guy. It's kind of messed up down here. It's kind of messed up there. She really not gonna have anything? The reason why I came back here, not particularly because this is the, what's it called, the Prince of Death's throne, but also because this boss fight area was known as Fia's champions, and here she is. I didn't see her in the distance, but she is right here. I mean, you hear the flies buzz. This area does not smell nice.
Ah, there you are. I knew you would come. What is it you intend? To deny us and our ways, like the dogmatic brutes of the Golden Order?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm part of the Golden Order. I don't know if I want to be held by this lady who embraces death, but sure.
You are an odd one. I am the guardian of those who live in death.
I've always wondered
They
why.
call me a foul and rotten witch. Yet you still wish to be held by me?
Why this fight was called Fia's Champions. Am I about to curse myself? I mean, what else is new? Talking secret.
Have you ever seen a Hallowbrand? When the first of the demigods died, his flesh was marked with the half-wheel wound of the centipede.
Okay.
Godwin's Hallowbrand has since been recovered at the Round Table Hold. But there is another Hallowbrand out there somewhere, and I must find it before the time comes we receive our Lord. When Godwin died, a Hallowbrand scored his flesh, but another exists. Another mark in the shape of the half-wheel wound of the centipede.
That's Ronnie's, isn't it?
I must find it before the time comes. My hands will be dirtied once more by the deed.
Once
Will you
more?
still let me hold you, even then?
She was part of the... Okay, we do have the curse mark of death. She was part of the plot of the Black Knives, I think. Is what that means. Let's leave for a sec. I just want to see what the lore is on the curse mark. Also, we have to check out the lore there. Armor set. The curse mark of death. Curse mark carved into late Lunar Princess Rani's discarded flesh. And we got this at the top of the tower. At the study hall. Also known as the half-wheel wound of the centipede. This curse mark was carved at the moment of death of the first demigod and should have taken the shape of a circle. However, two demigods perished at the same time, breaking the curse mark into two half-wheels. Rani was the first of the demigods whose flesh perished, while the Prince of Death perished in soul alone. Let's go back and check out the armor of D here. The twinned helm. Helm depicting entwined twins of gold and silver. The two known as D are inseparable twins. They are of two bodies and two minds, but one single soul. Not once do they stand together, not one word do they speak to one another. Perhaps this armor longs to find its way to the other D. It has the will of D. The One Piece is real! Sorry. I do know where the other D is. It actually led us over here, the other D. Because it was before... Yeah, D, Beholder of Death. It was before the gargoyle fight that led us to over here, and then we eventually made our way over here. Okay. I wonder what happens if we reject her and follow the Golden Order. I mean, I'm very much not following the Golden Order, so I'm not too upset about this.
Is the other Hallowbrand. How did you... Oh, my utmost thanks. With this, Godwin can take his rightful place as first of the dead and claim a second, illustrious life. You are our true champion. And though I can't be of any use to you, can I hold you tight? If only for a moment.
Now she wants to hold us. And then she snaps our neck. Radiant Baldekin's blessing.
I will soon lay with Godwin, and it will surely stir within me.
It?
The new life of the Golden Prince, and first dead of the demigods, as the rune of those who live in death. Please, do one thing for me. Brandish this child, my rune, and take for yourself the throne. Stay the persecution of those who live in death by becoming our Elden Lord. I will soon to conceive my child, the rune. Brandish my rune, and take for yourself the throne. Stay the persecution of those who live in death by becoming...
Okay, so she wants the Elden Lord to stop killing those who live in death. So I did bring up the idea that perhaps giving the D of Round Table Hold that dagger, if that was the bad ending to his story, you know? Let's go check out the other D, and then we'll come back here, because I wonder if she's going to advance her story if we do that. I guess we'll go to the waterfall base and then walk back. I was wondering what the heck this other D was. Makes me wonder, like, the Beholder of Death. Like, do these gargoyles have something to do with death? It's a bit odd. But yeah, I definitely did not forget about this dude, but this person just does not talk. And if they were entwined, I wonder if this person's even alive. Surely they must be. They're still on the map. So what if I give them the armor? I mean, I'm not using the armor. Darius? Well, that didn't really answer our question. Or do anything for us. Is this doing anything for you? What if we come back here? Is it gonna crash the game again? That'd be really funny. No. She's still here though. Oh, I forgot that you just automatically go to be held by her.
This is goodbye, my dear, but I am satisfied. I choose to lie with Godwin of my own will, not the remains of one chosen for me, and I will bear a child who will inherit your warmth too. What greater blessing could there be but to be born a deathbed companion?
I don't know how I feel about that.
This is goodbye, but I choose to lie, and I will bear who will inherit. What greater blessing?
So I'm gonna have like a stepchild? Or maybe it's my real child, but also Godwin's spirit's gonna be inside of it, but also it's gonna be a deathbed companion, which means it kinda is... I don't want to think about the implications of that. Because it's a child? Oh, man. Okay, let's get out of here. I don't know where this goes. I forgot, so we're gonna go check it out real quick. I think it leads us to Lanedell. per usual, it's like we're getting some answers, but we actually just got like 3 more questions. It's interesting that we're up here. This is the main entrance. Huh. I wonder if we didn't exhaust all of her dialogue and therefore we need to go back. I just want to have a look up here. I know where this is, but also... Oh, it's not even up. It's down. This is where the gold fog wall was, yeah. That we had to jump around. We've been down there. Alright, one more visit to... What's-her-face? Fia, I suppose? She is still there, apparently. It kind of sucks that this is how you have to progress NPCs sometimes. She appears to be dead. No, she's moving. Enter the deathbed dream. Remember when I started this session earlier today where I was like, we're gonna go back to the Mountain of the Giants. And we proceeded to do everything but... Whoa! Lich Dragon Fortisax. Oh, he's spewing death. Okay, he's not spewing death, but the lightning is. Okay, we're doing decent damage. We have no stamina. Oh, what the heck? The sky is all messed up. So we have heard the name Fortisax. It was by the Dragon Priestess in the DLC. And then she died, I'm pretty sure. I'm a little concerned about the death lightning that it's spewing right now. One more hit, one more good hit. I got so greedy for a moment there. One more good hit. Please. Just double chug. Why can I not hit this dang dragon's foot? Thank you. Oh, it's not even dead. Okay, okay, okay. We're good, we're good. Lich Dragon Fortisax. Remembrance of the Lich Dragon. What did you do, Godwin? I'm once again more questions and answers. Oh man. I mean, it kind of seemed a bit odd that this area was just like a dead end that led to Lanedell. I guess it's not really a dead end if it leads somewhere, but receive the Mending Rune. Mending Rune of the Death Prince. Rune gestated by Fia the Deathbed Companion, used to restore the fractured Elden Ring when brandished by the Elden Lord. Formed of the two Hallowbrand half-wheels combined, it will embed the principle of life within death into order. The Golden Order was created by confining destined death. Thus, this new order will be one of death restored. Confining destined death. So, Queen Marika, in her pursuit of the Golden Order, was trying to prevent death. She was seeking immortality for the demigods, perhaps, or for herself. So it was a rejection of actual death. Like, does that mean that as people understand the natural state of death is to return to the Erdtree via catacombs, via the roots? Is that actually not the natural state of death? Like, there was a prior method of dying properly before the Erdtree was planted, and then once the Erdtree was planted, it complicated things, and it complicated things, but I'm trying to figure out like how that plays into the Knight of Black Blades. Because death, those who live in death weren't, or undead creatures, if you will, weren't created until Godwyn was killed and turned into what we see right here. I gotta sneeze again, I think. Nope, I think we're good. After Godwyn the Golden became the Prince of Death, the ancient dragon fought long and hard against the death within its companion. Alas, victory was never achieved, and its only reward was corruption. Okay, so Fortisax was a companion of Godwyn, and it tried to fight back against the death within him, and it failed. Protection of a hidden temple in the guise of a bedchamber. This blessing is of the utmost rarity. Use FP to temporarily raise poise. This blessing, or this effect, lasts longer than a mere favor. It is said a deathbed companion will only produce a blessing of this kind for a champion, but once in her entire life. The sole blessing which she imbues of her own volition. And now she's dead. Man. Okay. I think, once again, a bit more questions than answers, but it does seem like perhaps we're done with this area. I mean, I thought we were done with this area before this episode, but now we're super done with this area, I think. Okay. Well, should we go check on D once again? He's not even here. Well, the only other place we saw D was in Round Table. Also, there was that... I'm assuming this is not going to be open. I just want to double check, though, because it kind of feels like this area is related to Ronnie down here. Yeah, it's not open. It's weird that this... Like, you take the coffin, and it, like, leads you down... over here. Like, if they just flip this area 180 degrees, it would make a lot more sense as to why it is like that. I guess we'll go back to the round table and see if other D is here. The answer is no. We should give D's bell bearing to the lady. Not that it matters too much. I want to talk to Gideon again, but he really is just useless. Like, the more that goes on, the more I hate Gideon, and I already did not like him. Alright, so D has his own shop. He said, like, Darius. Like, he was gonna say or... Yeah, but he didn't finish his last syllable. He just said Dari. D-A-R-I. Because I was just wondering to myself, what about Dialos? I wonder if we're gonna see Dialos again. Oh. Oh, I thought this was open. It's just very dark. I almost want to go back to the actual round table that we found, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like there was like a big reason to go back here. And there's definitely no reason to go back to the Volcano Manor. Actually, let's go back just to see. We still can't attack in here. Tonic of Forgetfulness. Tonic in a small brass vial. Banishes distress and bitter memories. A gift bestowed by Rykard sworn to blasphemy to Lady Tanith, who unfortunately had no use for it. My lord, there could be no greater distress than to forget you. So she left it behind. The scout lady's still gone. And so is Recusant Bernal. And he actually dropped his Zweihander here. Oh. So just in case you didn't learn all of his skills, there's a way to get them. So, to me, that means that we are almost certainly going to fight Recusant Bernal eventually. I hope we'll find Tanith and Dialos eventually, as well as Patches. The scout, I have no idea. Yeah, Patches is gone as well. Looks like I ruined everyone's day over here. Okay, that's fun. Now what? Now what? I'm so curious about this big old hole in the world there. I suppose the answer to now what is to go back to this area where we were going to explore initially. I guess. I guess we'll go back to the Mountain of Giants that I said we were going to do like 30 times over. Lightning just spawning from nothing. It is telling us to go into this castle. Let's use some decent weapons here. And by decent weapons I mean something that'll actually affect this lion a bit more, because I feel like strike damage isn't that big of a deal versus this lion. At the same time, I recognize I did just pull out another strike weapon, but at least the strike weapon actually does bleed as well. Oh, there's another lion over there. Let's not get frosted if we can avoid it. I don't remember what the ingredients for this perfume are. I feel like I didn't do that much damage to the one of them. I don't know why it died so quick. I guess we could have got a weapon out of the remembrance there. Oh well. Let's keep that in mind for the future. Golden rune. Castles doesn't seem that big. I mean, it does seem bigger than most of the other ones. It looks like the banners are of the Elden Ring. This area, this castle was clearly built by humans. And this is the territory of the giants, so perhaps this was like a forward post that they used to get an offensive on the giants. What are our trinkets at? Nothing really that important. We're not really using some of these, like we're not using charge attacks, we're not using two-hand weapons all the time now. Increases potency of employing perfume. mean, this one doesn't seem that bad, but not really that useful either. I guess the Lord of Blood talisman might be okay if we get a bunch of bleed procs off. What the? Oh, okay. It's just a slug. Wait, is it still alive? It is. Okay, we need a better weapon. We don't need these. Oh my god, we really gotta sort through these weapons here. There's too many. Let's just take out the grafted blade. We don't use this that often. I recognize we used it earlier today, but prior to that, it feels like we don't use it that often. And in fact, if we are going to use this, then we'll switch this out for the two-hand trinket. Nascent butterfly. Okay. Hello? Let me climb you, ladder. It's like we're seeing the Erdtree. Are indeed. It's weird how those leaves at the end almost look like fern leaves or something. They don't look. They look like they're part of the skybox, which they very well could be. Also, can we talk about what the skybox looked like during that Fortisax fight? That was weird, man. Okay, so we have spirit dudes. Hey, we haven't seen these enemies since where are you even firing from? Oh, over there. We haven't seen these enemies since Stormvale Castle. I can't believe I somehow threaded that needle. Not that time. Oh my gosh. You jerk. I can't remember what they were called, these enemies. The only reason why I know that they were found in Stormvale Castle is because I made that alternate character. And I cleared out Stormvale rather recently. So it's fresh in my memory. Oh, there's a painting. Didn't really expect that. Wait, what the heck? Oh, I guess there was a chair in the way. This doesn't seem like it's that far away. Sorcerer painting. If I have to guess, it's just down here somewhere. Oh. Doggo, please. I thought to myself, bitch, please. Apologies for the swear, but I assure you, I'm just referring to female dogs. I wonder, this is a random question, but I wonder when that B word became like an actual curse as opposed to just what something like what someone would use to refer to a female dog, you know? I'm gonna guess like the 1800s off of literally no information at all. Suppose we can just come back up this way. I wonder if we'll find time at the end of this episode to find that painting, perhaps. Is this where we came from? I think that's where we came from. No, we came from over here. So let's check out over here. Bit of a storeroom. So they still have the shields of Stormvale Castle, the modeled shields. It's kind of rude that you just teleport in my face, nothing personnel. I mean, I guess they are nothing personnel because they are just spirits. Unlike the soldiers at Stormvale Castle, those were actual soldiers. Oh, hello. Okay, rude, but okay. I had no stam. Oh, and I did. I guess the button press was too early or something. I figured if I pressed R1 enough times in that fight, I just would have won. But I wasn't wrong. So that's a Banished Knight's Shield. And I think these are exile soldiers, perhaps. We must have an armor piece of them. Maybe we can look at that real quick. I feel like we would have had their helmet or their cloth. Maybe I'm wrong. No, it's right here. Exile hood. Worn by soldiers sent to the penal colonies who were required to keep their faces hidden. Okay. Ladder up there. There's a gold item in here. And a site of grace. These doors just don't open? I suppose not. Oh, we got a lot of souls. Am I going to use them? No. I'm going to assume this is the way to go, that we're going. Way to go. Ow. Like, that's just so rude of you. I recognize we did not pick up the golden item. There's got to be more soldiers down here. We're running a little low on flasks, so maybe we should sit down and perhaps even level up. But that's just crazy talk. Climb the ladder before they realize I put away the torch. Once again, we're finding these castle areas are actually pretty complex in their design, which I'm not upset about. A dual-wielding Banished Knight with red eyes? That's scary. He just killed us dead. He just killed us real dead. I don't think we fought of a dual-wielding Banished Knight at all. Whoops. We are at the most recent. Site of Grace. Oh, great sun, frigid sun of soul, surrender yourself to the eclipse, grant life to the soulless bones. Eclipse shuttle. Storied sword and treasure of Castle Soul that depicts an eclipse sun drained of color. One of the legendary armaments in Soul. The sight of an eclipse inspires a dreadful awe, preventing an onlooker from diverting his gaze. It's got a death flare. Said the Lester. This knight is coming. Yeah, this knight just sees us. That's kind of rude of you, man. Like, I'm trying to read. So I'm gonna R1 you to death. I don't care. That's how upset I am. Oops. And now I put away my weapon. It's got a death flare. Set the lustreless sun ablaze with the Prince of Death's flames, inflicting the death ailment upon foes. Follow up with an additional input to bring down the armament, triggering explosion. Then we got the Banished Knight's shield, a tall, medium-sized metal shield given to knights who, whether by misfortune or misdeed, were forced to abandon their homes. Most of these knights were sent to the fringes, where they were forced to start anew with only despair for company. Sorcerer painting doesn't have new information. Okay, so we didn't go this way. I'm assuming that's the way to go, as I said. Way to go! I'm never not gonna say that, I feel like. We don't even need to climb up this, now that I'm thinking about it, but here we are. I'm a little worried about losing our souls, but at the same time, I don't really care. We haven't been down there. Oh, that sneeze. Gosh, apologies, folks. I'm very sneezy today. Yeah, this guy is a powerful foe indeed. Let's just use our juice. Interesting. I'm just trying to see how much the bestial vitality matters or doesn't. Dude, like, that's so rude of you. I'm dead. Say goodbye to 600,000 souls. I didn't want them anyway. This guy's a jerk. Like, they really did the whole he's looking away from you the moment you appear, he teleports right behind you, nothing personnel, kid. And then that guy's there, whatever. Not a big fan of how this is going down. I don't know if you need me to say that. Oh, this is the rat room. So Castle Soul seems to have a bit of relevance to the Prince of Death as well. Dude, really? You didn't even see me climb the ladder. You just, like, used it. Oh my god, I fell. Say goodbye to 600 souls! Are you kidding me? That's not even... I'm salty about that one. I don't know if you could tell by my voice there. How is that a death fall? Like, honestly, I kind of am glad that I died because I don't want to walk all the way around just to get back up here. But at the same time, it's like, dude, that wasn't that far of a fall at all. Like, this wouldn't even be fall damage, but up there, it's actually death? That doesn't make any sense. Listen, all I'm saying is if they're going to have platforming in the future Souls games, they need to make it way more obvious as to when you're going to die or not. Like, you know what I mean? It just seems very silly that this is a fall that kills you. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I guess if you were on this wall, I want to test it now. If we fall from this wall, if we'll die or not. God, I hate this nerd right here. We can't even get a hit off, so it doesn't really matter what weapon we're using here. That said, I'm pulling out the cheese weapons. The cheesy bleed. Really, man. Really, man. I'm getting so mad I'm turning into Mario. I just want to see how much damage I do. Like, these guys aren't gonna bleed, so maybe this isn't the best weapon to be using. You know, fire probably seems pretty good in this snowy area. And then we're gonna stop switching weapons. Guess we're gonna climb up this. No matter what, we gotta climb up a ladder, so we might as well climb up this one. I can't believe how this is going down. Who would win? A giant dragon that is embraced by death? Or one friggin' nerd with 2 swords? I'm dead. Like, oh my god. The answer is one friggin' nerd with 2 swords. In case that wasn't obvious. This is another case of this game being like, and people hate when I say this, because I say this to some people as I talk about this game. This game is too easy, okay? And you may be like, what? But Merc, you're dying. How can you say that? And it's because you level up so far beyond most of the fights in this game that it doesn't matter. The challenge is not leveling up. If you can get through the game without power leveling yourself, that's a challenge, you know what I mean? But then you encounter a dude like this, and all he does is swing sword real fast a lot. And that's all you need. That's all you need to win the game, is not let the person dodge ever. And see, that doesn't feel good. He gave me 3,000 souls. That doesn't feel good. I recognize he's not going to replace the 600,000 that I lost. Like, I wasn't asking for that. But all I did was R1 spam. And the only reason why I won that time versus the other time is because I didn't hit the dang wall. Like, that wasn't a challenge. I don't know. It feels weird, man. It feels like the scaling in this game is just out of control in the worst ways. Like, at some point the scaling doesn't matter, and at some points it does. Actually, I should say for most points it feels like the scaling doesn't matter, period. I don't know. Again, I'm not really like upset at the game itself. I think the game is great, and the fact that you can power level yourself, over level yourself to take on any challenge is actually a good thing, because it made this game way more accessible to many people. Like, systems like that, the fact that you can, if you're stumped, you can go anywhere you want because the world is so huge. There's also spirits. There's like many ways you could play this game, right? That's all great, but what it means is it's like, it's not like Souls, like not like the original Dark Souls, where if you're stuck at a boss, you're gonna run your face at that boss for 3 hours if you have to. And it feels like there's a whole lot less of that in this game. That it definitely exists. There's a reason why we left that final boss live of the DLC. And you could say it's because I'm a coward, because I'm a baby, because all I'm doing is crying. Boo-hoo, Elden Ring, it's bad. Again, that's not what I'm saying. If I thought Elden Ring was bad, we wouldn't be playing it for over 250 hours or something silly like that. That said, I did play Dark Souls 2 for over 250 hours. And I think that game might be bad. That's not true either. I do have a soft spot for Dark Souls 2. I just hate Scholar Edition. Every time I go play Scholar, I get tilted. And it's partly because I'm just used to enemy placements being one way, having played the original edition of the game for 200 hours. But it also feels like they just change things up out of spite. But maybe that's my own personal cross to bear there. It seems like there's a path down here. Why else would there be trees? At the same time, it really does not seem like there's a way down. Alright, are these caskets guarded by anything, you think? Usually there's something guarding them. The answer is no. So silly. Oh, I canceled the horse animation. There's a blood stain here. I have to wonder if it's just people walking off the edge. Let's check out this message. Like, the exploration is definitely the best part of Elden Ring, no question. Even though a lot of times the exploration leads to dead ends that don't have anything interesting. But there's also a lot of times where you do just find a whole new path, especially in the DLC. That's really cool. It feels like there's whole areas of the DLC you can just miss, and some of them are like important lore relevant areas, if not necessarily important to gameplay. Might as well read this message. Just to confirm my suspicions that there's nothing over there. There's a few things that I'm a little salty that Elden Ring does that kind of take away from the experience for me. And I'm not even going to include the whole dead end thing, like the fact that you will go down a path and there'll be nothing there, or like a mushroom. Like, that's just kind of a symptom of being an open world game. But some of the attack patterns being just like flurry onslaughts, like that man's with the two swords, that doesn't feel great. The fact that when you fight giant bosses, the camera is still struggling to keep up, that doesn't feel great. The fact that every boss with a phase 2 just turns on the particle effects to 11 is weird. Like, I got a whole new computer for this game, basically. That's not necessarily true, but also kind of true. Because when I was first doing this Let's Play, there were certain areas in the game that would drop my frames like crazy, and that felt bad. I can't imagine if I was still on the old PC. Fighting some of these DLC bosses in Rykard there, and Fortisax, like, man. I just hope they learn lessons from this game. And it seems like, I think Miyazaki has stated they're not going to do an Elden Ring 2 anytime soon, if at all. I don't know where I'm going, but I guess we're going this way. I forgot about this. I don't really want to go this way anymore. Is there a way I cannot go this way? Oh, I broke the table. Okay, no, we can still do it. Yeah. Yep. It worked. This is the storeroom, as I called it. I don't think we went up here. Oh, no, we did. I have a feeling if I go back to Dark Souls, like, even 3, and 3 is fast. I was gonna say, like, Dark Souls 1 and 2, they're so much slower of a game. And not even your character being much faster in these games, because it almost is the same speed as, like, Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 3 especially. But, like, I watched my buddy play Dark Souls 1 recently, and it's crazy, absolutely absurd how much slower that game is. Like, I don't want to fight you, bird. And I don't think necessarily, like, slowing down the game is actually, like, a good thing or required in any sense of the word. But it just seems like they keep turning up the design principles of these games as a way to continue making them a challenge, I guess. Because as players perfected Dark Souls 1, you could beat that game at soul level 1. You know what I mean? So they're like, oh, you want to do that? Well, how about you play this game without leveling up, and also you can't get your horse. I mean, I guess you can get the horse, but those are tied to the same person, Melina. Okay, we got kind of lucky there. We're not two-handing the weapon because I'm scared of these wolves. I don't really want to fight the wolves and the Banished Knight at once. I'll say it again. I'm pretty sure my favorite weapon in this whole game is this torture holding. Because it just means that you don't have to fight rats and wolves and many other creatures. And what does that say? To me, it says there's too many pointless fights, I guess. And I'm thinking that through in my head. Do I agree with that statement? A little bit. I don't disagree with it. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I'm thinking back to the Abyssal Woods and the fact that there were, like, so many rat packs down there. But at the same time, that was kind of necessary. Because they wanted the Abyssal Woods to be, like, a labyrinth. And to be a proper labyrinth, you not only need dead ends, but you need, like, some sort of punishment for having those dead ends, I guess. Beyond just, like, your time, I guess. We don't need one, but it makes sense in a game to have a punishment. And then the punishment in that case would be to have a pointless fight. You're gonna fight some rats. They might turn you frenzied. These guys really have an Albinoric defense system, alarm system. Which is rude. Oh my god, it's another one of these nerds? Get out of here. Oh my god, it's just another one. I'm not even mad about the many hundreds of delayed swing animations that bosses and enemies have to make it so you can't panic roll. Like, that just makes sense. That's how you turn up the difficulty. It sucks, but I'm not really mad about it. But I am mad about that that's what this rant has come from, is that dang dual-wielding sword dude with red eyes. Oh my god. I forgot the weird hitbox on this weapon. You're not allowed to slightly miss. But yeah, the thousand swing onslaught that some of these dudes do, I guess, is kind of what gets to me the most. Because it feels like Miyazaki was like, oh, you don't like using shields? Well, now I'm gonna make you use a shield. And then I refuse because I'm an idiot. I have to wonder how much different my experience would be with this game if I just used a shield instead of having the turtle shield on my back the whole time. Speaking of, let's put the turtle shield on our back. Commander Niall. Commander Niall? Of course, he's just got two friends. So I heard you're upset at dudes swinging swords nonstop. Well, how about... Dang, dude. And the video's going long. That's upsetting, too. We're definitely giving another attempt, at least. Weird shortcut, but we'll take it. Use the last of our potion here. Okay, so our strat, we gotta take out dual wield sword dude right away. Like, literally right away. I think he just buffed his friends, but it's fine because they are done. All right, you and me, bud. Okay, a bit of a trade there. Now, I'm not going to say this is an example of someone with way too many particle effects, but I'm not saying it. I had a feeling. I don't know why, but I had a feeling he was about to go down. What the heck was that? I'm dead. I thought for sure I was gone because I don't know his patterns, so I was just panic rolling. Man's got lightning leg. He's out here stroking his yellow leg. I noticed his leg actually is a stump. A veteran's prosthesis. I have to wonder if, does that mean he's an Albinoric? Because, the Commander Gaius in Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, I came to the conclusion that he was an Albinoric because he couldn't use his leggings, and he also had an Albinoric woman outside his boss fight arena. Let's touch some grace. I need it after what I just went through. Blade prosthetic leg enwreathed with the power of lightning instead of attached to the fist. Commander Niall, veteran of the Castle Soul, offered this prosthesis in exchange for the lives of defeated knights held prisoner. He went on to lead these men as an army of no nation. It's a fist weapon. It's got a storm kick unique skill. Wait, does that mean you actually can use the kick? Thrust the prosthetic leg blade into the ground, creating a storm, followed with strong attack to perform a lightning-infused jumping attack. I'm assuming this is the end of the castle here, so we'll quickly explore this before dead end ahead. See, like, that doesn't need to exist over here. Like, I don't have a problem with dead ends, but what is the point of having a whole corridor down there other than to get people to waste their time? Waste their time going down there, waste their time putting a message. Like, it just doesn't need to exist. They could have, you know, not put that there. Just put a wall there instead. I worry that someone's gonna listen to these videos in the future and just be like, this guy just complains. But I don't know. I feel like I started this video with a lot of praise for the... Well, not necessarily praise, but I'm intrigued by the lore. I want to know more about that. I feel like something crazy is about to happen. No head ahead. The Erdtree secret medallion left. Lord Mikola, forgive me. The sun has not yet been swallowed. Our prayers were lacking. Your comrade remains soulless. I will never set my eyes upon it now. Your divine Erdtree. Okay. Let's go back to Round Table, I think. We'll consider this area marked off on the map. Let's see if Gideon has anything to say now that we have the two halves of the Erdtree emblem. Actually, before we do that, let's go talk to this lady and see what the remembrance we had offers us. We got Fortisax's lightning spear, stabbed from above with 2 red lightning spears in tandem. 46 faith required. Incantation that channels the power of the ancient dragon Fortisax. On impact, each spear will burst into trails of lightning covering the area. During the War of the Ancient Dragons, these twin red lightning stakes were the hallmark of one ancient dragon who was called the Mightiest Boulder Stone. Then we got Death Lightning, requires 47 faith, which is interesting. Incantation that channels the power of the ancient dragon Fortisax, now corrupted by death, strikes surroundings with a storm of death lightning and inflicts death blight upon foes. It is said that this golden lightning was wielded by Godwyn, who befriended Fortisax. I don't know if we want either of these, but I guess we'll take the lightning spear. I don't know why, but I want to check this again. Oh, we actually do have a new armor set, the veteran armor. An old helm that has seen many battles, worn by Niall, the veteran general of Soul. Niall was a lone survivor who commanded spirits to defend his long-past master. This aging general could not die, nor did he have anywhere to fade away. It still doesn't answer necessarily if he was an Albinauric, but the fact that he actually has leggings here and he didn't die and he was really old kind of takes away my theory there. So I'm gonna say he was not an Albinauric, though Commander Gaius could still be one. Alright, nerd, I got your medallions.
I see you've laid your hands on the other secret medallion. I'm glad to see my counsel has borne fruit. But the honor of the deed is yours alone.
Of course it is.
You've made more of yourself than Ensha has. Now, more importantly, both secret medallions are in your hands. I suppose you'd like to know, then? What awaits you on the path ahead? Me too, my friend. Me too. I wait with bated breath.
Well, it's the first time he doesn't seem like a complete
There are 4 more Nicola
nerd about it. So that's interesting, I guess. I think I'm gonna call it here. It's getting late, so this will probably be my last recording for the night. I'll probably play a little bit more, sort through my inventory, maybe upgrade some more stuff. Maybe I'll explore Volcano Manor a little bit more just to see if there's anything else I might have missed. But for now, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, click that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, folks.